So welcome to this presentation. This is the first part where we are going to start the discussion on valve operation and accessibility. Okay, in our previous section we have already completed our discussion on compressor piping and layout. Hope you really enjoyed that section. Let's start with this new section where we are going to discussion valve operation and accessibility. If you see here what we have done, we have captured a snap of an operator who is standing and operating a valve with the vertical stem. Okay, here the same operator is standing and he is operating a valve with horizontal stem. Okay, so we need to understand what are the preferable elevation of the valve handle, what are the various elevation which are not acceptable, which are acceptable, and how it is happening. Okay, suppose the operator is standing and he is trying to operate a valve with the vertical stem. If you see up to 1300 mm from 455 mm, this is the preferred elevation of the stem. Operator can stand and can operate this valve very easily. It will be easy for operator to operate the valve within this range. This is the preferred one. Okay, similarly this is a preferred range up to 1800 from 610. So 600 to 1800 is a preferable elevation of the stem for vertical valves with horizontal stems. Okay, so this is our main purpose. We have to provide ease to operator while operating the valves. If the valve elevation is more than 1300 mm, then this is not acceptable. It will be very difficult for operator to operate the valve. Okay, below 455 degree mm to 150 mm it is also acceptable, and generally we go for this kind of arrangement in drain valves only. Okay, otherwise this is the preferred one. This is acceptable but for very small valves and for drain connections only. Similarly here also this is acceptable for drain valves and very small valves below 600 and up to 230 mm. Okay, now another part is, if you see, this much space should be available for standing. Okay, the valve is there within this range, a person can stand and operate this valve, so this much space should be maintained. Again here this much space should be maintained. At the same time, if you see here 610 mm space is a total space where operator can stand and operate the valve from this to operator end. This is minimum space we are going to provide. But if you see, if a person is standing, person has to sit down and operate in this section, then we have to provide minimum 900 mm space at grade, clear space, so that a person can come and sit down at this location and similarly at this location and operate the valve within this section. Okay, so these are all the range of elevations where operator can come and operate the valves with ease and without ease. Okay, so we need to take care all these things while locating the valves in our layout. Here what we have captured operational accessibility for valves of level instruments. If you see on horizontal equipment, okay, we are having some level gauges already done on bridle pipe or independently on nozzle. Then we don't provide any permanent platform to operate these type of valves. For level gauges we don't provide permanent platform, but we provide access to these valves through this ladder only. Okay, similarly we are having two configuration here. Here is a valve with this kind of handle and one valve with this kind of handle. Here if you see, the valve handle is upwards, here the valve handle is horizontal. So these are all the scenarios 1, 2, 3 and 4 scenarios will be there where where the operator has to move up and operate these valves. So we need to understand how much spacing we have to provide. Okay, similarly 610 minimum spacing from ladder edge to the valve handle edge, from center of the line. This much space minimum is required between ladder and valve. Then 150 mm minimum space is required from the edge of the handle to the edge of the ladder. this much. This is a good practice. Okay, we can always refer to our project specification to get these distances, but these are the minimum elevation distances which we need to provide from valve edge to ladder 150 mm. So operator can go up and operate these valves from this location. Okay, so this is one of the configuration where required lateral reach distances minimum and maximum for level instruments, gauge nozzles and valves on the side of the vessel, lever handle operated. Similarly, this is the scenario, same 610 as we have taken it here, 610 from center of the line to the edge of the ladder. Then again from edge of the ladder to the valve we have to provide minimum 150 mm. Again here, if the horizontal stem is there, this distance is 150 from valve edge to the ladder. So 150 minimum spacing, 150 minimum spacing, and 610 is the minimum distance between center line of the valve and ladder. So these things we have to take care while operating the valves which are associated with all the level instruments. If you see here, we have listed out few of the cases where lever valve is there. Okay, so this is a normal valve with the lever handle. So minimum distance from grade should be 750 to 1300. Okay, as we have discussed in the first slide, this is a preferred location where operator can come, stand and operate this valve. Similarly, if this same valve is rotated 90 degree, then this will be the scenario, the handle can go up or down. Now in both the cases, if handle is straight, then this distance should be 1905. If handle is upside, then this distance should be 1905. So distance is same, 1905, 1905, but here maximum height to top of the handle, that should be this thing. If we are locating like this, okay, then this should be 1905, and in this position it will be closed or open. If we are positioning it here, then it may go downwards, but this should be maximum 1905 only. And center line above 1300 or between this. Okay, this is a standard practice, but we are talking about these valve handles elevation 1905 for this kind of scenario, and this is the preferred one when operator is standing at grade. In this section, what we are doing, these are the typical cases we found at battery limits. Most of the battery limit cases are like this for vertical configuration, as we have discussed in our pipe rack section. This is the vertical configuration for pipe rack at battery limits. So this is again a preferred one. Okay, the handle is rotating up to this point, so this should be not more than 1905. Again here this should be within the range of 1305. Okay, so horizontal handle should be 1300, which is preferred one, and we need to maintain spacing in between, that is minimum 75 mm between edge of handle and edge of the valve. Okay, so these two things we need to take care. Preferred elevation 1300 or 1900 to maximum height of this handle when it is closed or open, and spacing between two. Similarly here, if we are having this kind of configuration, this 75 mm space we have to maintain between valve edge and valve flange edge. Again, Y should be between 1300 is preferable, but maximum we can go up to 1905. Now here, if you see, we have captured few of the distances which are preferred. We can plan these things while doing our piping layout. If an operator is standing, okay, whether he's operating valves or instruments, or he's just looking at those instruments. So what are the various elevations we need to maintain, whatever are preferable, and whatever we can go up to maximum limit and minimum limit we have captured here. So if you see here, between B and C is precise and frequent use and emergency use. Okay, if the frequency of operation is very high, then we should not go beyond C and B. Okay, C and B, 870 to 1160. Okay, if you go into inches, 34 inches to 46 inches is the preferred one for a very frequently operated valves. Minimum height is D and maximum height is A. If you see minimum height 540, so that will be our range 540 to A. Maximum height is A, that is 770. So we can go between 550 to 1800. Okay, this is the maximum operating range while standing. Okay, again E is a 900 distance where operator can come and stand to operate within all these ranges. Okay, sometimes a person operator is wearing some PPE, personal protection equipment, so he will be requiring some space to stand and to move while operating the valve. So we need to provide minimum 910 mm space here for standing the operator. Same is the case here. F is the distance for standing while looking. When operator comes to measure the readings or something, he has to look at few elevations to read the level gauges or something. So we need to provide 910 space for standing the operator, because he may be having some equipment in his hand while looking at those things, or maybe he's noting down on his notebook. So minimum this much space is required to stand and read the instruments. Again we have a range B to D. This is very frequently, if a person is coming very frequently and reading the level gauges, then this is the range B to D. Okay, B to D, again 1600 to 1400. So this is very close, very preferred location, elevation where the instrument can be located. Okay, if you see E is a minimum height, A is the maximum height. If a person is standing, he is it will be very difficult for him to look at below this elevation, which is E. Okay, so it will be difficult, maybe he note down the wrong reading, so it is preferable from E to A. These are the maximum limits. A person can come wearing his own PPE items with the notebook in his hand or something and get the readings. So we need to take care of all these elevations while doing our piping layout and while locating our instruments. Same is the case when a person is coming, operator is coming, and he has to sit down and operate the valves. Okay, as we have discussed, there may be few valves like drain valves or small bore piping which is below minimum height. So person has to come and sit down, okay, to operate these valves. Similarly, a person has to come and sit down to look at items which are below minimum height. Okay, so if you see below D, it is 380, around 400 mm. If we are locating any valve below 400 mm, then a person has to sit down and operate those valves. So we have to provide this much space to sit down and operate the valves. If you see E is our 910, which we have given for standing also. Person can sit down within this much space easily and operate the valves. Same is the case here. Person can sit down and look at those instruments which are located some minimum recommended elevations, and he can note down the readings. Again we are providing 910 to sit down and operate or display. Now we have captured few general operational accessibility elevations, dimensions, which we generally use while doing our piping layout. First let us look at here A and B dimension. Okay, access width 750 and 1000. Okay, 750 is the minimum distance which we need to provide. Suppose we are having a platform all around the vessel and some piping is there. Okay, or we have given a ladder which is coming from below the platform, and it is giving we are giving a cutout here to pass the ladder. Then again we have to provide minimum distance, which is B. Okay, B is 600, so 600 minimum we have to maintain throughout the platform, even we are having a cutout on this platform. Okay, suppose some line is coming down, then A distance we have to provide 750 is bare minimum which we have to maintain, and preferable is 100. Okay, sorry, 1000 mm. So this is a bare minimum requirement which we need to fulfill on a vessel platform which we are planning all around the vessel. Another thing which we need to take care, one person walking sideways in a restricted area. Okay, suppose we are having a skid or a very congested portion where we are not able to provide sufficient space, like we have discussed in previous slide. For example, 900 is not available, 750 we cannot maintain, then bare minimum distance for one person to move is 600 mm. 24 inches we need to keep for movement of a person. Okay, we are assuming that person is not wearing bulky clothing. Then one person traveling forward in a area with limited access. So this is 750 is a minimum spacing which we try to maintain everywhere in the plant. Okay, we try to maintain, but for restricted one we go for 600. This is the bare minimum. Otherwise, this is thumb rule. 750 we provide for person to move. Walkways through thoroughfare usually subject to passage or crossing of several persons simultaneously. If we are expecting more than one person to move in a walkway, then we provide 900 space. Okay, a corridor or passageway which serves as a required exit in temporary accommodation, then we go for 1000 minimum space. Okay, we can go for higher one, but minimum this much space should be available for the emergency exits. Operating assets within process areas, external walkways designed as escape route on offshore facility, route inside the permanent accommodation module, buildings, or other areas where 50 or more person could accommodate, that serves as an emergency exit from manned spaces. So that case is we go for 1500 space. Okay, so these are the things which we need to provide while planning our piping layout. Okay, to ease the operator to move and to operate or to note down the readings. All these things we need to take care. So here we have ended our discussion on valve operation and accessibilities. We have taken few cases which are generally used in any of the plant, and operator has to come and operate the valves. So all those things we have to take care while designing our layout. I hope you enjoyed the video and noted down few things which we can take care while designing. So in next part we'll start a discussion on air coolers and piping. Okay, we have generated one Facebook group. You can join here and you can see all the links in the description of the video. So let's come together and we can start discussion on all these things on this Facebook group or on this Facebook page. So see you in the next part.